everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on our PowerWash Simulator Midgar extra content. And we're going to be doing the Mako energy exhibit. Head is still hurting a little bit. Not really up to snuff for reading the little tiny stuff. So I'm going to let you guys read it right here. We're going to start the job. So yeah, I'm not sure what's after this, if there is anything after this. I am going to turn it on. Well, no, I don't have to do that because you know what? I believe he's gone for the day. So our little helper elf probably will not be in here to help us. So little pop-ups, I'm gonna have to have y'all read them because I can't. My head's been hurting so much lately. And you know, we just had those storms and crap coming through, and I think that might have a lot to do with it. But I don't know, it just, when my head hurts, it really hurts, and it hurts for a good long while. And then I'll have these wonderful days where it just doesn't bother me at all. And it's like, oh my god, I can do anything. It's like a brand new person. Those days are very rare though, sadly. And I wish there was a cure. Or even, you know, medicine that would help. They have medicine that sometimes it does help with the side effects and the drawbacks to that medicine. It just makes it where it's not even worth it to me. The medicine that they had me on was called acetazolamide or something like that. And it's to help drain off the extra fluid in my brain, which is spinal fluid, cerebral fluid, you know, but it also, you know, it messes up your kidneys. And I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. Because half the time this stuff doesn't work for me. So I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth it or not. I know that sounds bad, but I just don't see that it is worth it. And the only other thing that worked for me was spinal taps, where they go in, insert the needle in your spinal cord area there and pull out the fluid. It's gross, I know, but that's all that really helped me. And it didn't last that long. It didn't last long enough to warrant all that freaking pain. Because that crap hurts so bad. And so I was like, no. And I was having to get the spinal tap done once a month. And y'all, that hurts. It just hurts. Shouldn't have to have that done. So I stopped. I stopped with their medicine destroying my kidneys. I mean, it was bad. My kidneys was bad. So I stopped that. Doctor got a little upset with me, but And I didn't want to go into kidney failure, and I was going into kidney failure. How is that medicine like that? How is it beneficial if it's causing something else to be wrong? So I stopped the acetazolamide, which it actually did kind of help my head. I don't know. There just really ain't a lot for people like me as far as options. You can have brain surgery. I can't because I have a blood clotting disorder, and if I had the brain surgery, I'd probably throw a blood clot and die. So there's no surgeon in his right mind that would do the surgery on me. It's just, you know, bad genetics, bad DNA, I guess. They say what I have is not genetic, but yet, you know, I've had 3 other people in my family confirmed having the PRA malformation and the pseudotumor cerebri. And this stuff is supposedly not contagious, but it's also so very rare. So I'm like, okay, so if it's this freaking rare, how is it other people in my family have it? Other women. Even my daughter, she has signs of it. She's not been confirmed with it because she has no symptoms of it as of yet, which is great. There's some people that have it and never have the first symptom. So therefore, you know, most of the time, it just never gets recorded that they have it. But, my stuff is, I think last time I looked, it was 1 in every 100,000 people might have it. So, you know, that's pretty rare. My daughter has, I don't even know what the heck it's called. Got something that is, there's only 1,000 in the whole world. You know, genetic disorders are not something you want to brag about, but just saying, we've got some pretty screwed up DNA. I don't even know what this thing that she has is called. It's some weird stuff. She is pretty much, she can't have children, which with her autism and everything else going on with her, that's, you know, that's the last thing she needs to do is have a child, because unless things get so much better for her, she's not going to be mature enough to have a child. Mentally, physically, any of it. I don't see it. I want it for her. I want her to have the normal, perfect life, but I don't know. I don't know if she'll get that. Sad. But anyways, yes, I've got some crappy DNA. And, you know, I used to give blood, so sorry. I bet they tested that stuff, was like, what the crap? Where did this humanoid come from? put that tainted crap in anybody else. Then, of course, when I found out about my blood clotting disorder, my days of giving blood ended. I knew something was up that last time I gave blood, and it took forever. Even the little technician there was like, "You need to go get your blood checked. It is so thick." He's like, "It's just coming out like syrup." So that's what happened. I went and got my blood checked. Found out I was pregnant. Ta-da! And then they sent me to a specialist. And the specialist tested my blood and come back and said that, yes, I had a blood clotting disorder. And that's what happened with Isabella. I spent let's see, they had to take her at 27 weeks, which is so freaking early. And I spent the majority of that time in the hospital on bed rest, getting shots daily of blood thinner just to keep this little tiny lamb alive. So she is definitely my miracle baby. When she was born, she was 2 pounds and 3 ounces. And she ended up spending 76 days, 86 days. I don't remember the exact number because of my brain. I want to say 76 days up in Nashville, up at Centennial Hospital, in the NICU, with all them other little tiny premature babies. Awful. It was just awful. You know, I had myself a really good little pity party. It was like, it's such bull crap. All these other people, I had friends that were pregnant at the same time as me, and they come home with their babies. They get to come home with their babies. Not me. I had to leave that hospital without my baby. Y'all know how hard that was? So hard. But they took really good care of her. And I went up every single flippin' day, except when I couldn't. And there were days when I couldn't. She was never alone. Her grandmother happened to live up there in Nashville. So her grandmother was there with her every single day that Mommy couldn't be. I was going up every single day. We were trying to do the breast milk because that's, the best, especially for a premature baby. But she couldn't take it. It was just too much. They ended up having to feed her through a tube and all that stuff anyway, so we stopped that. It was just, it was so much. So muchness. But she's fine now. She's definitely not underweight. A big girl. And she's taller than Mommy. She's just a big girl. You might have her autism, ADHD, and all of these other little disorders, and I don't know, weird named crap, but she's relatively healthy, and that's all that really matters to me. All these other disorders, we can work through them. Not a problem. This is like a spaceship. Looks like to me. Executive floors. Oh, is this like a replica of this? Oh, okay. See, I don't know the game. I just never played, was it Final Fantasy or whatever? I don't know what this stuff is that they're talking about. Which is a shame. A crying shame. But I don't know. I've never even tried it, never watched any gameplay. Never. Didn't even know this was Final Fantasy. Really, until Dreas told me. Alright. Almost done with this little panel, I think. Unless this is part of it. Oh, there it went. Whew. Yeah, my belly boo is sitting right here beside me, being so quiet and good. She's very happy she got her way. We're going to be going back down to Mississippi to see a certain little wolf. And she is excited and happy. Her birthday's in just a few days, and my whole family's been asking her what she wants to do for her birthday. And all she wants is to go to Mississippi. What she wants for her birthday. So that's what she gets for her birthday. And of course, we're going to be moving down there anyways, so. And she's really excited about that. Y'all think I got it bad about that wolf. You should see this girl. I think she's got it worse than Mommy. Absolutely adores him, and he is so good to her. Coming from all the mental abuse that she, had to deal with, to having someone who is just freaking phenomenal and so sweet and caring with her and to her. She has just been soaking that up. She just loves it. And you know what? I think he does too. I think they both needed it, all that love. And moving out of state like that, I think is going to be really good for her. Let her get away from all the bad memories here. All the bull crap. When I put her in public school, she was bullied, and she was actually hurt physically from the other kids. They put bubble gum in her hair and would throw like food in her hair in the lunchroom, and she don't eat bubble gum because she has dental problems. Her little jaw isn't developed all the way, and the other kids would throw gum in her hair, And when I went up to the school, they were like, oh, it was probably her. I'm like, she don't eat bubblegum. She does not chew bubblegum at all. Never has. And they were making excuses, you know, of course. Trying to cover their own butts. And I ended up cutting her hair like 3 times. Her hair used to be almost down to her waist. And I had to cut it all the way up to her shoulders, is where I ended up before I had enough. And so I pulled her out and was homeschooling her because of all the bullying and crap going on. Plus the school, I mean, it's just a small little redneck town, and they had nothing to offer someone, you know, with Bella's conditions and mentality and stuff. They had nothing to offer her, no kind of help. So yeah, I pulled her out and I homeschool her, and you know, just getting away from all that negative crap memories that she has of here, I think will be excellent for her. And she's really excited, and I'm super duper excited. Can't wait to go. Still not sure what we're going to do for her birthday, because I don't know the area at all, so I don't know. But I'm sure there's some kind of little park or something, or like I was telling Andreas, we might just take her to movies or something, for, you know, that night, that evening, and go out to eat. Because she ain't gonna have a lot of friends and stuff just moving there. We don't know anybody. He does, but he don't know anybody really with a lot of kids, I don't think. So we'll have to find a way to make it fun for her. Which, just being down there with him and her Aunt Zeddy will be wonderful. She fell in love with one of his neighbor ladies down there, and she just adores Miss Bella Boo. So I see nothing but positive from this whole thing. Positive for every single one of us. Couldn't be happier. This thing is huge, y'all. It's huge. We're getting it though, aren't we? Let me see. Make sure this thing ain't gonna be awful long. No, we're doing great. Great time. Time-wise, doing great. Might be able to squeeze it all in without having to, I don't know, that's pretty big. Without having to pause it and then come back after I've done some off camera. Oh, well, I've already done this much. I think we're great on time. But anyways, yeah, we're going to celebrate her birthday down there. And of course, we're moving down there with him. And so she's really excited. Oh, God. Ah! I don't know what that is. Thunder? Thunder and lightning? Whew, that scared me. Okay, well. Anyways. She's really excited about her new bedroom, decorating it and everything, and she's got this thing about the galaxy and solar system and stars and anything to do with space. She just loves it, loves it, loves it. when I first pulled her out of school, the teachers and stuff, we all had a meeting, and they were like, she's technically in the third grade, which is another thing. They couldn't put her in special education classes because they really didn't offer any at the school. And so here she is in a regular third grade classroom with the other children teasing her and making fun of her because she is different. You know, I don't want to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, she knows she's different. She also knows that she's blessed because she learns differently than the other children. She acts differently. She thinks differently. But that's not a negative. That's not a negative. We don't make it a negative in our life. It's a positive. We just have to learn to work around it and work with her. Anyways, the school was like, she might be in the third grade, but she's reading on a kindergarten level. So they were, all they just kept doing was failing her left and right, failed kindergarten, failed first grade, fail. So I was like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I was like, I will start her out on a kindergarten level, and we'll work up from there with the homeschooling. And, we kind of got that plan going. And I got her home when, like, our second or third day of homeschooling, we kind of, got the schedule going. And she was, like, trying to read. We was trying to go through Cat in the Hat. And she was literally like, and I'm like, you gotta sound it out, baby. And she just couldn't read the Cat in the Hat, And so I was like, oh, this is gonna be awful for both of us. And for the science, I let her pick, and she wanted to watch a movie about the solar system. And I said, well, before we can watch the movie, you have to let me read this book to you about the solar system, because it's a little bit more educational than the little show she wanted to watch. And she was like, okay. So I started reading a little bit of it, and I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. You can look at the pictures. She was like, okay. So I left her there with the little book, and I went to the bathroom. And as I was coming back to her down the hallway, I heard her talking, and I was like, what is she doing? And y'all, I come back, and she was just sitting there. She had that book, and she was like, the universe is made up of the Milky Way galaxy or something like that. And I'm just like, what in the crap? She was just reading that freaking thing. I don't even know what it said. She was just reading it. Those big freaking words. Oh, yeah. It's something else about something constellations. And I was just like, and then it hit me. I was like, this child learns differently. She reads and learns what she wants to learn. You can try to teach her this crap all day long, but if she don't want to learn it, she's not going to. So we just took off from there. And, she was having a problem with reading the word the or thee or whatever you want to call it. And I just told her, I was like, Bella, you just read it. This word is the same as that word. And so that's how we did Cat in the Hat. She's still not really good with cat because I can't find any book of the universe with a cat. But, there's little books about cats going to space and stuff. So, we're working on it. But I've got her reading almost some things on a 5th grade level. Her math, she is amazing at math. She can do some of the most complicated math you've ever seen. But just the typical reading, spelling, stuff like that, she's, you know, what she wants to learn, she'll learn. And so she's excited about going down there. She wants to do her bedroom with constellations and galaxies and all the stars and planets. Really excited. And I'm excited for her. It's a fresh start in a wonderful, loving environment. And that's exactly what she needs. Exactly what I need. We have never really lived anywhere but here. So it's, you know, it's going to be exciting times. This is going along so fast. Makes me wanna, you know, at least watch some of the gameplay to see what this stuff is. That Final Fantasy stuff. I think that's what he said it was, Final Fantasy. I feel like such a moron. Like, you know, how can you be a gamer and not know? It's just not a game I've ever played or ever really thought about playing. Never got interested in. And it's like Dungeons and Dragons. I know with it what it is. I've never played it. I've never really even been interested in it. And a lot of people are like, how can you be a computer nerd and all this and not know? Well, you know what? I'm not. I like to play games. I love to learn about the computer and, you know, all that other stuff. I am not super duper intelligent when it comes to the computer stuff. But I enjoy learning about it. And, like, the games like that, I think, are just too complicated for my brain, especially with my brain condition. I just can't. I can't learn it or even retain most of the crap I do learn about them. So some of the games that come out that are a little more complicated, I'm not going to be doing. I don't have the energy, time, or patience to learn them. We're almost done. Oh yeah, and I also set up my Patreon account today. I'm still not sure on all that, how to do it. The tiers and benefits and all that. I did two. I did one where you can become a Patreon member. It's like $5 a month. And, you know, it's going to be the usual. If you become a member, I'll be like, thanks to blah, blah, blah for joining this and that or whatever. And then the other is like, I think I put it at 10. And that's the one that I'm going to have to figure out how. But there's a way where you can do like credits at the end of your video, kind of like where my music starts and it does, you know, to subscribe. You just click on this and it shows my picture. It'll be like a credit, like a movie credit, and it'll roll through and it'll just tell, you know, who's subscribed and all that through here. Not sure how to set it all up. I did the best I could, set up what I could right now. But anyways, that's something, if you're interested, you can check out and if you know what I need to do, you could also help me, tell me. Give me some pointers and some tips. That would be fun. But, yeah, we're gonna try it out and see if that Patreon works. And I think maybe, once we get moved down there, I might start doing lives. I know I've been talking about it for a while. I think I'm going to. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Base wall. You've got to be over here. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna try out the Patreon and see. Let's see, anything over here glowing? Just because, I mean, every little bit helps, you know, it all helps. It all counts. And if I can get it set up right, that'll be a good thing. And then also when we get up to the 1,000 subscribers and we go to the monetized, it'll be just another way to, another thing to offer. Besides the regular YouTube joining. Almost done. What am I missing here? We was missing a lot on these, weren't we? That's all done. Okay. Check the outskirts. These are all done. Yeah. Alright, let me see. Okay, I see you. I see you. See that up there. Alright, anything up there? No. Anything up there? Good grief. So much muchness. That all? It's like just when you think you're done, freaking crap starts lighting up like Christmas. See that over there? Awful. Did we get that? Are we done with this now? Alright, let's see. The narrow towers. Narrow towers. Large tower, narrow tower. There. Oh my gosh. This little detailed fine print crap here. Alright. Spotlight. Sector 0. Spotlight. Alright. Sector 0. Alright. This kind of got that. Sector 0. Large tower. I don't know where a spotlight is. Is it? No. One of these spotlights here. Alright, and then the base floor intersection. Base floor. Which freaking one? Okay, so base floor intersection. It's not this one. Don't know why my character's walking so slow. This one. That. Well, I guess this too, but really. That's all I see. Good grief. Alright. Let's escape it and see what we did. We did all this work by ourselves. No helper elf. Wow, that's amazing. Alrighty. Alright, so the last one is the air buster. We're not going to do that today. We'll do that in another episode because it's very technical. Look at those. Anyways, that's all for this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye.